Hello everyone, my name is Putty and welcome to a new series. So I have been really loving TNA's product recently. I've been watching it religiously every Wednesday. Sometimes I watch it again on Friday because I just loved it that much. And I thought, because I was enjoying, it's one of the most revolutionary wrestling products I think I've ever seen. Some of the stuff they're doing on TV recently is, it's just the type of stuff that you don't tend to see in any wrestling company before. It's certainly different to what they've been doing in the past. And so I thought, since I was enjoying it so much, I would translate it into TEW. And since, there's no new TEW seemingly on the horizon with the announcement today that it's going to be another 2 years before TEW 2016 comes out, I decided that I should start a new series. And I thought TNA would be the best one, considering Maw is ending tomorrow. I thought it would be good if we had a new series today. And that is going to be TNA. So I went with Fleisch is most recent, not most recent, but January 2016 mod, which is what we're playing right now. I'm playing as Paul Heyman because that makes a ton of sense. He would clearly buy TNA these days. In fact, I think he's thinking about it. I didn't bring Brock Lesnar with me because I thought that would be too OP. But I think that's probably what's going to happen in real life, since TNA is such a hot product right now. So yeah, that's who I'm playing as. It's January 2016. I haven't spent my user talents yet. I honestly have no clue what to spend them on, so I guess I'm just going to put them as jack of all trades, because they don't really matter, do they? So aside from that, we'll go into my user preferences. Obviously do my usual stuff. New worker frequency, don't need to turn that on. I'm sure Felicia thought of everything. He's probably put some worker debuts in the game. We don't really have to worry about that. Aside from that, everything else looks good. Actually, I'm going to change this to, 1,000 so that it makes my pay-per-view buy rates look better, because that would make me feel better. So, there we go. And user preferences, obviously I want to turn everything off, because there's no real point. These are all stupid anyway, they just affect grades and shit. So, do not make this the new default. Yeah, screw it. TNA wouldn't have those penalties in real life because they're just that good, so I thought I'd turn those off. Backstage is obviously great, everyone loves working for TNA, as is to be expected. Dixie Carter is apparently a negative influence, so just like I think Paul Heyman would do in real life if he took over, I'll clearly fire her. Alright, so let's take a look at the product. And it is TNA Entertainment, which I think makes sense. The match ratio for TVs is 50, and I'm OCD, so I'm going to turn that down to 40. And yeah, in mainstream, that makes sense. I like the comedy style. That's what I think they've been doing on TV recently, so I'm going to turn that up to key feature, if I'm allowed to. I'm not. There we go, medium's cool. Alright, so not like highly risky gimmicks, won't get subtle gimmicks. Okay. That makes sense. Also, I think that we turn up the cult, because certainly their audiences have been getting a little more culty recently. They're very, very loud TNA audiences. And it's all real too. TNA, unlike the WWE, they don't pipe in their sound. They don't do that at all. They never pipe in cheers at TNA shows. No, it's all natural, of course. So let's look at our champion. So our World Heavyweight Champion is vacant. So this is still towards the end of that amazing tournament they were doing. Fantastic. Oh no, wait, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's towards the end of that amazing tournament they were doing, after we had 4 title changes last year. Pretty good. I mean, that's not very many. 6-time world champion Kurt Angle, absolutely deserved. And our tag team champions are the Wolves, the greatest tag team in the history of pro wrestling. They're astonishing. They should be in every Hall of Fame on the planet. They are beyond doubt the best tag team ever. And then the X Division title, which of course has no wait, the X Division championship does not have a weight limit. Okay, there are no weight limits in the X Division. There are only action limits. God. Alright, and it's held by Tigre Uno, who is one of the best high flyers in the world. I think that is criminally underrated. He is world class, and he's God, really. We have the Knockouts champion, which is Gail Kim, who is just awful. We'll get the title off of her immediately. Because look at that sex appeal, that's just not good enough. If there's one thing I've learned about women's wrestling over the last couple of years, is sex appeal is everything. So, we're gonna hire Kelly. I don't know her real name, so oh, there she is. There she is. So yeah, she's gonna be on a written deal for go 6 years. She might be past her prime by then. There we go. This is the big signing. I'm not gonna do too many signings in this episode because I don't like to. Oh, oops, sorry. Exclusively in right. Because I don't like to sign too many people in, but I am going to make a few key signings here, like Paul Lloyd Jr., obviously one of the best workers in the world, absolutely amazing, you know, I love him. We got to sign, obviously, Ricochet, clearly, and then I also want to sign the legends that I can get my hands on. Ric Flair. Yeah, obviously, we want to bring him back and push him to the moon. And, yep, obviously needed. Oh, he won't come. That's unfortunate. Sting is... oh, he's exclusive PPA. No, he won't come to work. That's unfortunate. I wonder if... oh, he's written. Alright. Like I said, I don't want to sign too many people because I feel like that would be... just wrong of me to change the roster up too much, so I'll sign a paper appearance with Chavo. He can only work. Actually, we'll make him pay-per-views only, and obviously Paul London. He's got that star quality from working for WWE, so I think he's somebody we should absolutely sign. Matt Hardy's very happy about that. Well, if we're signing Matt Hardy's friends, let's obviously sign Shannon Moore. Jeff and Matt are very pleased. So is Greg Helms. Good. We have an amazing group together. Lita is Lita. Oh, what's her name? Fuck. One sec. I've got Google up next to me now. See, this will be an improvement in this series because I can check people's names very quick. Of course, it's Amy Dumas. How have I forgotten that? God damn. And she'll come and work for us. So now we've got Team Extreme. I'll of course force her to work with Matt and Jeff. Out of the business, not on hiatus. Unfortunate. I think CM Punk is going to sign for TNA any day now in real life. Because clearly. Who else could we bring in? Obviously Eva Lees, who's going to be the jobber of the division because she's awful. She's got no sex appeal at all. Anybody? What about? Because this is the first day, we can actually have a look at Beast. Beast is going to be... I think Beast is going to come in and win the title. Oh, he's not active. That's unfortunate. Maybe one day, though. Obviously, this girl, who's clearly extremely attractive, we'll bring in her. Not as a manager. She's good enough to be a wrestler. Exclusively in the ring. Like I said, I don't want to sign too many people and mess up the roster too much. I just want to make some key signings here, which I think will improve the roster long term. And the business as well. That's unfortunate. Al Snow is working a match, and I'm sure it'll be fantastic in real life. So let's bring him in. Oh, he's already here. Good. My bad. Sorry. I should be familiar with the roster a bit more than I am. April Hunter, if I remember correctly, wrestled a match naked once, so clearly she needs to be in our women's division. Yep. Ashley Massaro, clear signing right there. She's young. She's got years left in her. She can win a couple more knockouts titles. Austin Aries. Yep. He's gone to NXT, so clearly he's good enough for TNA. Clearly we should be looking at bringing him back. We can bring in James Storm, obviously. Deal. Because there's no reason why he would leave and then come straight back. I mean, well, I guess he would. So we can bring him in. Who else? And I'm sorry if this is getting long. Again, there's just a few key signings that we need to make. Unfortunately, Samoa Joe's on a developmental deal, so we can't sign him. Just trying to think if there's any other like essential signings that I need for this one to be pushed to the absolute top. Let me check my hot prospects. My hidden gems. My bad. Yeah, Jay Lethal clearly. TNA did such great work with him last time that I think it would be great for him to come back and show how much he's developed and prove that he is good enough for TNA. Because he wasn't good enough for TNA before. Definitely not. He needed to work on that. Absolutely. And Chris Hiero's not good enough for TNA. No, he just doesn't have the look to be a star for TNA. Alright, so let's start looking through our roster that we currently have. So franchise players, Kurt Angle, at 47, he's probably still one of the best wrestlers in the world. Absolutely. I think he's actually gotten better since he's left the WWE. TNA is really where he's excelled. He's been absolutely fantastic in TNA. Deserved 6-time world champion. Should be in every Hall of Fame possible. Absolutely fantastic. Bobby Roode, he has totally lived up to his potential. At 38 years old, he still feels like he's only 25. He has got loads left in the tank, I am sure of it. He is fantastic. Totally a fantastic dude, and I will look forward to working with. EC3, he's a great wrestler. I'm not too sure about his entertainment skills or his character work. He needs to develop on that. But in terms of wrestling, he's fantastic. He just captivates me with it. Mr. Anderson, obviously the best talker in the history of the industry, and Abyss, one of the most interesting characters ever. Like, Abyss has taken the monster gimmick and made it just amazing. The Abyss gimmick is my favorite, personally, in pro wrestling history. Hot prospect, Mandros. Yep, Mandros will get the... Mandros will be my first push, my first pet project. I hope to get Mandros ready for Bound for Glory, and we main event with him. Possibly. Not sure who's going to be champion. We're actually going to start a TNA World Championship Open Challenge on every show, and it's probably going to swap hands like twice a week or so, because I'm doing an Explosion as well. So we're going to be doing that. Sorry about that, to make my mic the cough. We also got Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is going to be managing Mandros. 1 second. There we go. And I'm not going to listen to the auto push because he clearly needs to be pushed to the main event level. So we're going to move him up to main eventer. There you go. And let's just check to see if he's a hot prospect. No. Guess I'm going to have to move Mr. Anderson down to an upper mid-carder because I really want Manders to be on my franchise players. Franchise players matters a lot to me. I feel like it dictates everything I do. So it needs to be right. There's no reason to use it as like giving me information. If I used it to give me information, that would be just silly. No, I have to craft my creative meeting how I like it. So, yeah. So showstoppers, clearly, yep, Gail Kim, EC3, Drew Galloway, fantastic. I wish I could push him massively, but unfortunately he's too good for TNA. I think he's gonna have to move on very shortly. But I'll try and keep him around. I'll try and push him as much as I can, but I just don't know if we can keep him. He's just amazing. He's world class. Like, I think WWE will come in any day and sign him. I don't remember them ever signing him before. I think he's just about ready. Well, I think he's definitely ready. And I'm sure if they give him a go, he totally won't flop and get fired. So, anything else we need to cover before I end the introduction? Oh yeah, we should probably take a look at our schedule. Ooh, don't know why I did that. So we've got Explosion and Impact, which is fantastic. Impact clearly has average prestige because fantastic things have always happened on Impact. And then Bound for Glory is a historic show. I agree. I think there have been many a historic main event at Bound for Glory. Fantastic stuff. Although I would argue Victory Road is a bigger pay-per-view because that Sting Jeff Hardy match in 2011 was fantastic. Did you guys not believe that backstage stuff was going on? It was so Russo. Like, I thought something was going on in Shoot, but it was actually oh my god, it was amazing. I loved that show. It was just one of the most expertly crafted main events in the history of pro wrestling. Storylines, we're not going to put too much effort into these right now, but I will write my own angles for this. So the first one we're going to do is Abyss versus Matt Hardy, which for me is the finals of the world title series, because I think these two deserve to be there. So that's what we're going to do for the main event of that. And then the secondary storyline is going to be a love angle with Barbie Blank and Grado. So, oops, not Jade. I guess Grado isn't on the roster right now, so we'll just put Spud and Mike Tenay in there as, placeholders. And finally, we're obviously going to put one in for the Wolves. So, Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards. Actually, I think Dave Lagana might get a run. I think that's a better idea, actually. In terms of stables, we have a fantastic group of stables here. I'm going to be reviving Aces and Eights with Brooke Tessmacher as the leader. And yeah, so we're I don't get think I can get Baron Corbin, but we'll be keeping an eye on him. We'll totally steal him if he's available, because in real life TNA could sign anyone they wanted. They're not limited at all. Everyone wants to work for TNA, so I think it's fair that I could sign anyone that I wanted, really. Alrighty then. Aside from that, I think I'm going to end this off. Don't forget to smack that like button if you enjoyed. Go check out my channel in the description or wherever. I don't know where it is yet. I assume it's in the description, but I'm not entirely sure. If you're looking forward to the series, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I will be setting up a playlist about 6 or 7 episodes in, I think. And aside from that, I don't really know how to end this. Yeah, you can go away now. Bye. Why are you still here? Leave. The video's over. It's been over for a while. Go.